Hey guys, Super Godzilla Final Wars here. And today I want to discuss something. And that is something about, of course, Godzilla versus Gigan Rex, and of course the upcoming sequel titled Godzilla versus Megalon. Now, we already know that a lot of Godzilla fans are basically claiming that Godzilla is in fact Godzilla Jr., from the Heisei era. And I can't really deny the fact that it could actually be Godzilla Jr., considering that the Godzilla we see in these two fan films look completely identical to Heisei Godzilla. And the fact that we got the iconic Heisei soundtrack, and at the same time, the voice actor for the intro of Godzilla vs. Gigan Rex happens to be one of the actors who play as one of the characters in the Heisei era of Godzilla movies. Now, a lot of people think that this could be the continuation of the Heisei era of Godzilla movies. They consider Godzilla vs. Gigan Rex and Godzilla vs. Megalon to be the continuation of the Heisei era. We don't actually know for sure if this is the continuation of the Heisei era of Godzilla. If this is, then Gigan Rex and Megalon that we see in these we'll see in these fan films, they would technically be the Heisei era of Gigan and Megalon. But then that will leave the question, will there be more fan films like this? I want to say yes, but that will all depend on the director. If the director wants to add more monsters into this new sort of continuation of the Heisei era of Godzilla movies. I mean, so far he added Godzilla versus Megalon. He's adding Gigan and Megalon now. This director is currently adding those two monsters in this sort of continuation of the Heisei era of Godzilla. We don't know if he'll add more monsters like Anguirus, Titanosaurus. I can kind of see Titanosaurus most likely making a comeback. And some of the other monsters that appeared in the Showa era, like Varan, Gorosaurus, I would love to see a film titled Godzilla versus Gorosaurus, because I would actually like to see how that battle turn out. Like, will Godzilla win or will Gorosaurus win? That all depends. But still, we don't know if these two films, Godzilla vs. Gigan Rex and Godzilla vs. Megalon, are in fact a continuation of the Heisei era of Godzilla. At this point, it has been suggested by a lot of fans that the Heisei era of Godzilla movies is in fact one of the most popular series of the Godzilla universe. And I'm one of those people who will agree to that idea that the Heisei era of Godzilla movies is in fact one of the most popular out of them all. And I would say its only true rival will be Godzilla, the MonsterVerse Godzilla. I would say these two franchises could be at war with each other. But then again, depending on how successful -1 turns out, that might change. Because a lot of people are theorizing that -1 will most likely become the most successful Godzilla movie out of them all. Like, it will surpass all the other movies. And I've been hearing a lot about reviews, and I'm not going to say anything about it, so don't worry, I'm not going to spoil anything. But what I've been hearing about the reviews, it's kind of backing up that theory. So, again, we don't know if this is, in fact, the continuation of the Heisei era of Godzilla. Gemstone Godzilla, we don't really know if he is a continuation. Hopefully, someone will ask the director of these two films, is this a continuation of the Heisei franchise, like the Heisei series? And if so, would that mean there'll be more iconic monsters returning that were supposed to be in the Heisei era but got canceled out and replaced with another monster? And hopefully the director replies, yes, this is a continuation of the Heisei era of Godzilla. Well, then that could only mean that Godzilla vs. Megalon is only giving us a taste. Like Godzilla vs. Megalon and Godzilla vs. Gigan Rex is basically only the start of what is to come. We can expect a lot, and considering on how good the animation looks and how well done that the trailer and Godzilla vs. Gigan Rex are, I would say that there could be more to come. The only way to find out is to see what would happen next year. Because Godzilla vs. Gigan Rex came out of nowhere, and there was a trailer for it, but still, and eventually the trailer came out, well, the movie came out, and now we get to 11 months later, we have Godzilla versus Megalon. Now, we could see what will happen next year. If this does turn out to be the continuation of the Heisei franchise, then that means Gigan and Megalon were only the start of what is to come with this new franchise. We could see a lot more monsters returning. Even battles that a lot of fans never got to see. Like, for example, a rematch between Godzilla and Anguirus. Because the only real times that Godzilla and Anguirus fought was in, of course, Godzilla Raids Again, which, in my opinion, it's just bad. But the other time we saw Godzilla and Anguirus fight was in Godzilla Final Wars. And to believe it or not, Anguirus was supposed to be in one of the Heisei movies. But And that Heisei film was supposed to be the last movie, and that was not Godzilla vs. Destroyer, but it was supposed to be Godzilla versus Ghost Godzilla. And Anguirus was supposed to be in that movie. So Anguirus is by far the fan favorite kaiju. So most likely, this is just my theory, but I could most likely see Anguirus coming back. Like, I could see the next film being titled Godzilla vs. Anguirus. And if not Anguirus, then maybe Titanosaurus, or even Varan or Baragon. Who knows, maybe those versions of Varan and Baragon could be actually more powerful than their original versions of themselves. Because who knows, that all depends on what is to come. If we get a third film next year that features Gemstone Godzilla, then that'll be great. Because then this will be officially the continuation of the Heisei films, with Godzilla Jr. being the main protagonist. Again, it's just a theory. Then again, anything is possible. So a lot of people have been talking about a sequel for Godzilla vs. Gigan Rex, and we got it. It's Godzilla vs. Megalon, and it's going to come less than 4 days now. So in the end, it all just depends. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that Godzilla vs. Megalon and Godzilla vs. Gigan Rex are in fact the continuation of the Heisei films? Because if so, then this could only be the start of the return of a franchise that has been sort of long forgotten since 1995, which was the final film of the Heisei series. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think this is a continuation or not? Leave your suggestions in the comments below. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great day. Subscribe, like, and comment, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.